fact, you have a dance background, do you not?
Yeah, that's why I did it for you.
That's why I was waiting for a little more.
Then I was like, well, I don't know everybody, so I don't know like what people would want to see.
You have a high tolerance for dance. I've been doing it for 2 days. Hi, welcome.
Hi, how are you?
Had a super big week.
Yeah, this has been a really busy week. We're going to do all fashion things.
Oh my God.
And all interior things, and the Met, and the Emmys, and the VMAs, all in 1 week. It's exciting.
It's fun. We're going to give you a sleeping pill as you're going to be present today. Good job. I mean, so much. So Met Ball last night, we sort of should start there.
Yeah.
We're going to get to some design and furniture things.
Yes.
But first, we're going to talk about.
Like, should we talk about, like, Rihanna at 4 a.m.? Who wants to know what happened?
We want to know what happened.
Right? I'm not telling you, but.
So you dressed Lily Reinhart, and you followed the assignment. You actually get an assignment for the Met Ball, which most people don't follow. But what was the assignment, and what did you do for her?
No, it was just celebrating, American fashion and American designers. So we did a dress, and we did all the flowers from all 50 states. Everything was on there, even Maine, which is pine.
Of course it is.
Of course. And Lily's from Ohio, so we did like beautiful carnations. Actually, can be gorgeous. And so it was really nice. So I did an homage to that, but I thought it was really fun, and we had a blast. And
she has like 40 million Instagram followers, and
I
looked her up last night.
Yeah, she does, and I forgot that too. So she got real crazy fans, and it was fun to watch.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Also, this week you showed your collection. Julia Naran from Business of Home was there and was like a lot of DMs overnight to be like, this was exceptional. Yes. Follow all the coverage. I'm like,
yes,
okay,
it was really fun. And it was the first time now that I'm in this business a little bit more. I invited a lot of people in the interior business, and it was really nice to have them, because I think there's a lot of differences and a lot of similarities to the businesses. So I thought it'd be nice to see. Yeah, it was fun.
That's amazing. And you had another milestone, which has to do also with the Met Costume Institute, but you had 3 dresses inducted into the permanent collection, and
which will be like the first like American to have 3.
Yeah,
which is very cool. They're the same. Yeah. Now, we cheated a little because they're the same dress.
Go on.
They're the same dress, but it's because it's to show, because I showed them on my runway on different types of people. So on kind of like a smaller body, a man, and a very curvy body. So it's the same dress shown on all those different types of people. And so it's part of that in the exhibit. It's really nice, really beautiful. It's a black dress, really chic.
Yeah.
And all these different people can wear it.
It is. And like, it's a big kind of brand statement for you.
Yes, yes. It's just to show that you can, it doesn't matter who you are. You should all,
that you can have a human body, wear a dress,
wear what
good.
you want to wear. There's no one waking up in the morning telling you can't wear something that I know of.
Yeah.
I don't know if there is. And if you get in your car and go to your job, is someone going to yell at you and you're going to get a ticket for your look? I don't think so.
Right. No, you can just go ahead.
You can do it.
Which has sort of been a mantra for you. Like, this has not necessarily been identified with the fashion way of doing things, but you haven't really gone that path.
Yeah. I just don't think there's rules in that part of the process of making clothes or furniture. Like, there are rules because of you have to certain things, but like I don't think that it's like there's no rule that the chair can't go there. There's no rule that this dress can't be worn. Like, so that is very important.
30% of the audience would.
I know they're going to be really mad at me.
Okay, but we'll go over it later.
Okay, we're going to talk about it.
Well, go back to dressing like human bodies for a minute. Like this, you're one of your people. You have some people. They're all lovely. Was talking to me about like. This to you was just common sense business. Women and men, some need dresses.
People,
and they need to feel great about themselves.
Feel great.
And why is a massive swath of people being excluded from that? Like, when did that first become part of your message? Or did you just start there and we all caught up?
Yeah, I think it's just knowledge. And it's kind of like if you're curious about it or you want to be, or if you're interested in that, then I think that's where it comes from. I mean, I grew up in a household with different size women in my life, so I was always around it, so it wasn't that different for me. So I wasn't so scared of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess that's what it is.
But real question, how did you get away with it? Like, were there ever backers or people, editors, or people that sort of tried to gatekeep and say
Everyone. What are you? Oh, are you crazy? Oh my God. We
did
got.
you
I
ever
remember
face
the
adversity?
very first show that we did. We had, I think it was maybe 9 women who were like above a size 10, like on the runway, curvy, gorgeous, stunning. It was like so much love, and then a lot of people be like, "Oh, you don't like. Why would you put that on her?" And I'm like, "Well, why not?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "What does that mean? Like, that's such a weird thing to say." And I hate when people say that. Oh, you can't put a big girl in a big dress, or you can't put a why would she wear that? Like that's not flattering. And I'm like, but what is flattering? Like that's a concept that is kind of not really the same thing anymore. Unfortunately, I don't think there are things that everybody has their opinions of that. But that's also something like some people like to show their hips and some people like to wear an A-line. Like that's just what their personal taste is. That's not a rule.
You actually dressed Lauren.
No rules.
Yeah, you dressed Lauren Chan, who's a great body inclusivity advocate. And
Yeah.
she's a runway lineup. Yeah, she's a friend of mine and a journalist and was an editor of Glamour magazine. And she loves like boxy fit tops. And people be like, you can't wear baggy clothes on top. And she's like, I actually can and do.
Yeah.
And feel
And then
great,
I put her in these like corseted like gowns that are so fun.
That black lace jobby was like super hot.
Yeah.
Okay, so among different bodied women in your life, where did your like love of home come from? Did you grow up in a cool home? Did you get them later in life? We published like a super funky room back in your old Connecticut house.
Yeah, my
newer Connecticut
crazy,
house.
crazy little
That was
world.
wild, and I want to talk about your style evolution a little bit later. But like you have been passionate about this for many years.
Yeah, that definitely like came from my mother. Like growing up.
Where was growing up?
Growing up in Maryland, it was quite preppy and buttoned up at times, like which was great, but. My mom really was a huge lover of fabrics, like she really was. So we would reupholster things all the time, and then that kind of became my lover of fabrics, and probably why I actually went into fashion because I was really obsessed with the process of making fabrications. I do think it's really beautiful and interesting, and I love the mills that we work with still in fashion and interiors. I think it's such a craft that is. I hopefully never dies and never goes away. And it's obviously it's crazier actually in the interior world how many fabrics are made. Fashion's dwindling a little bit, sadly, but so that's my love of it. That's really why I kind of started going into the home space because of that, and my lover of like tones and shades and. I've always been really interested in that, and also silhouettes. I build silhouettes all day long in clothes, so that's kind of why I wanted to kind of build silhouettes for the home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your home style, though, even just in so many years, has evolved.
Yes.
So thoroughly. Like, I feel like to say, maximalist or like color forward, if you will. Of your first like upstate house, which is really where you started to express and like get some press about that. And then what was published in AD last year was just
the total opposite.
A different, or just a different level of sophistication and also education. Like you've obviously been like training yourself and an active participant. Like how have you gotten smarter about that?
That was also the time. Like at the time, I was really that was just more for fun. Yeah. And it was a little country house, and it was built in the 1800s, and I really wanted an escape from a dark city at the time. It was playful. I knew nothing really. I just knew what I liked.
Yeah.
To now it's definitely a more, serious part of my business development and something that I really am actually passionate about. Also more because I didn't have so much time to really develop it and learn about furniture and all these great, amazing, talented designers that have come from the 50s and the 60s and all those things.
Yeah.
Like I do for fashion.
And was part of that like a pandemic rabbit hole hobby? Like
a little bit. It started a little, definitely before, but then the pandemic definitely like was a very helpful process to like finish.
Yeah.
So yeah. And also I was really poor for a long time. And then I started
probably like the first time ever. I mean,
I was really broke. Listen, I was really broke in the early days of the business. I was like running on 10 employees, and we were really struggling. And I was like, so that it wasn't as much as my goal.
Yeah.
And then you make more money, and then you can do more things. We all know that.
different, French designers from the
Yes.
20s. Yeah.
I love.
I know.
I know. I did a panel the other day, and one of the girls was talking about this chair, and I was like, "Girl, that chair is $100,000. Your fan is not buying that chair." I'm like, "You're gonna buy it, and I'm gonna buy it, but they're not buying it.
They're not buying it.
No." And I was right.
They'll buy the knockoff.
Yeah, which is great.
So you
We
started.
love that too.
You started making furniture. You have.
Yes.
I know that you have a workroom that you work with in Connecticut.
Yeah.
And did you get the bug there and work together?
Yes.
You have a full-on collection of furniture
Full-on
now.
collection of furniture,
Yeah.
which was really.
It's on his site, by the way.
Yes.
First Dibs was the first seller, but it will be elsewhere. But it's also, you're selling it yourself.
Yeah, we launched with First Dibs because I really wanted a place that understood the logistics of opening up to the world. I really felt like I have so many customers from all over the world in general, just with the clothes, that I feel like that was the right place. And they're amazing and wonderful to work with, like incredible. And and it really started small, but now we are a furniture manufacturer business, and great. We were thinking it was going to be like a few orders, and we weren't really prepared for the amount of orders.
Amazing. We're going to
which is great.
A couple questions in a minute, so get ready to
But
queue up
we're
on
on
that.
it.
Tell me how the creative process, though, of putting together a furniture collection, or you have an interior design business now part
Yes.
of your practice.
Yeah.
Tell me about it, whether in terms of scheming a house or a room or putting together furniture. Like, how is that different from how you've thought about designing either for a client or for a collection?
I do try to approach it a little bit different than maybe a typical interior designer, because I definitely come from a very almost a 15-year of client-facing business of, the push and the pull and the working and the figuring it out. And I definitely have that is something great. And I do think that's probably why most of the clients are hiring me, because I do come to the house and I'm like, oh, I don't really like that dress in your closet, and I don't really like that chair. So what do you want to do?
Where do we start?
Yeah, where do we start? And I think it's just a different experience, but I think we're having a blast, and still keeping it small, and doing as many projects as we can that I also want to do.
Yeah.
Because it really is something I love as a passion, and it's something that I just love. I just love it. I think it's such a great outlet of creativity that's different than clothes.
Yeah, your apparel and your custom client audience has really come to you often when they want to just go balls to the wall, crazy.
Yeah.
A dress. How is that different than how you would approach furniture
Yeah,
at home? Do you want to take those wild risks?
We take a little bit of wild risks, but it definitely is different. I am thinking, of a longer lasting something that is timeless. I mean, that's kind of the same in clothes too, but I guess the biggest difference for us, which we love, which I'm sure furniture people here are going to be mad at me when I say this, but our clients, when they get a dress, the date is tomorrow. It's due tomorrow. The wedding's tomorrow. The chair's not. I mean, it doesn't have to be there tomorrow. Guys.
I think they agree with you, actually.
You know what I'm saying?
The chair does not have to be there tomorrow.
This is what I'm saying.
You will be fine.
I mean, I know all of us, everybody has, the orders are delayed. We're all having that right now. It is so not fun. and all the factories are backed up. Yeah. But, I mean, and yes, you want your home, you want it done, you have an event, fine, I get it. But people, the Emmys are tomorrow. The date doesn't move. So if the dress isn't there, it's not there.
Yes.
So that's the biggest difference, which I love. It's fabulous. I'm 3 months for the chair. Fabulous, who cares? I'm I don't care. It's great. Oh my God.
And they're my interior designer is Christian Siriano. And you're like, oh my God, amazing.
Well, they still get mad at me and yell at us, which is fine. Yeah, they move on from that it's me very quickly, and they're like,
where's my chair?
Where's my stools? I've been waiting for a long time. And I'm I understand. I'm really sorry.
All right, jump up if you've got a question. We'll wrap up with a couple of them.
Yeah. Do we want to do?
Terrified.
Nobody wants to.
You have no idea what to ask.
I could do a point and pick.
Oh my God, let's pick. Let's pick somebody from the audience. Okay, good. Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, I love it.
Goodness.
Yeah, come on.
Right,
We're just chatting. Aren't you guys?
What helps you keep that avant-garde spirit that you have alive?
Ooh,
Alive. I love
very
it.
good.
Yeah, I really am interested in things that can be a bit obscure and a bit different because I think I would never want to step on anyone's toes that already has a great business and is doing, such beautiful, work. There's so many talented interior designers out there, and I'm trying to bring maybe a little bit of a different approach of something else. So I guess that's how I try to keep that creativity. It also is more exciting for me if it's a bit strange.
There you are.
Yeah.
What have you designed for yourself, and anything a little bit strange, and what's on your wish list? Like,
yeah.
what do you...
I don't know, like a little dog side table or something.
Yeah.
That's cool. Just like, I would love a weird bar cart that or cabinet that looks like a lady. I don't know.
like Nuevo Lalong or something
Yeah,
like
something
that.
strange.
Yeah, it's a great
Let's just
idea.
get crazy.
Okay.
Who wants to do it? I don't know.
I want to do it, and I want to see it, and I want to photograph.
Let's do it. Meanwhile, all my licensees that I work with, which I have a ton,
Yeah.
I always try to do strange things, and they never say
it's
yes.
left on the board.
They're like, this is for home goods, and we're not going to do that. And I'm like, okay, I understand. But I'm telling you, I think it would sell.
Question for you. So there's only one of you, and I can't imagine you juggling 30 interiors.
You haven't been to his metaverse, Jana? There's actually 17.
I bet there.
Yes.
So how do you divide and conquer? What does your team look like to have all of these tendrils?
It is the biggest challenge of the day. Yes. So my interior team is super small, and we're keeping it small, and I think the projects will keep, we'll see as we go. We're getting more every day, and I think that will be the challenge, because it is a lot to balance both companies, because the other company, which is still small, but we have 32 employees, so that still is a lot of people to juggle. So it's really interesting, but I think we're learning. Right, girls? They're here. They hate me today. They were in Connecticut this morning, literally visiting a house to do a big project, and we'll see if we can do it.
They're hanging in there. Have you ever, at the beginning of your design career, when you really started to do installations, was there anything that you just either misjudged or oh, this is a competency I don't have yet? Were any major learning curves for you?
I think we're learning every day, and because obviously the projects, of course, we're learning every day, and I think that's what's great. But I still am learning every day in the fashion business, it just changes and grows.
But have you sawn a sofa in half on the sidewalk to get it through a door?
Not on the sidewalk, but in the room.
Okay, good.
I've done a lot, let me tell you. Listen.
I want you to think about your worst, and we're going to take.
But yes, never. We obviously are not built. We're not building from scratch. That's not what we That's not what we are.
Yeah.
That's not what we are. We're not. I have personally done that with the home, but I, not for a client that I would
take
never.
A little bit more
care. I would never be able to give that type of time.
Yeah.
We really want to stick to. The dressing, which is more exciting for me.
I love that.
The dressing of the room.
Yes, my dear.
As much as it can be.
Question for you?
And some remodels.
You're good. This is a question from one of our virtual audience members.
I love virtual. It's on Zoom.
Yes, you're on camera. They want to know what sort of prints and patterns do you see as trends in both fashion and interior design?
So trending prints and patterns, or what's coming next
for
home and design.
Yeah, I mean, that, I will say that's pretty, so different for us, because what we see in fashion is an insane absorbment of color and electric color and saturation, and it's so important. We're literally dyeing the fabric sometimes 4 times to get the most acidity in the color in the fabric.
Wow.
Which I feel I don't use a lot in home at all. I've seen, obviously we're in a beige story right now. Everyone.
Do you like the beige story?
I love a beige story.
Yeah.
I love it. For me, because it's a cleansing palette, because I work in color so much.
You need to go home and you need an eye wash.
We need an eye wash. We're in a beige story. I think a lot of people are. So I think it's about what is the balance now of what's, how do you have that? How are you bringing in the texture, and how are you bringing in all the tones? So I guess it's a tonal trend.
Love it.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, now just give us. Okay, one more question.
We love it. I love it.
Okay.
What else?
Okay,
Who
yes.
wants to know?
Yes.
And then I'm gonna pick someone. I'm just kidding.
Mine's a bit of a piggyback to that question because similar. I was curious what the conversations were around print and color, apparel versus your thoughts on furniture and home.
Yeah.
Just because it does seem with apparel, people tend to be a little bit more adventurous than bringing it into their home. So
Yeah.
what was
Have you
that
brought it into any projects?
tension like?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Like, we've only just been recently had a few customers interested, especially in my furniture, in color and different colored fabrics. So I think that is interesting because I do think people are now a bit more excited about fabric and color and print and texture in their homes, probably because I think people are changing their homes a bit more than they used to. I do think people kept things exactly the same way for a lot longer than they are now. I think now even expensive pieces, I think they're just moving it to a different space and then it becomes something else. So I do think there is that is coming, but still in clothing, I mean, God, we can do anything. I mean, we can make a mirrored beaded applique gown, and I'm like, where's that going? That's not going on a chair, but it's fabulous.
One more,
Or it could, who knows?
one more question here, and then I get the last one because I'm up here.
Short person, microphone, sorry. Will we be seeing any Kristen Siriano on home on TV? Interiors on TV with you?
Interesting.
I feel like that would, I usually watch the shows to like calm and relax, but I feel like you would be like such a fun.
Yeah, manic in the room.
Yeah, love it. It'd be exciting.
Okay, girl, don't read me on the stage. I'm just kidding.
I'd love that show. I'd watch it all the time.
Yeah, I know, it'd be good. No. Yes, there could be. We'll see.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, for real?
I know, and I'm so tired. Ugh.
Okay.
No. Honestly, I would love to do a home show at some point. I really want to do something with, like, if I did it, I would, obviously I think there's lots of things it could be. I think it could be so, it can be glamorous and fabulous and all those things, but I think I would actually really like to do one with my family.
Yeah.
Something with, like, my sister
I was
and her
curious
boys.
if you've
and
done any of your family homes
yeah,
yet.
I would love to do it with my family. My sister's really interested in the interior space, and she's a very DIYer.
Yeah.
And I really love that about her. And then I would bring a different approach. I almost said like a much better approach, which I would. And I think that would be really, really fun to do. But I'm not actually like I'm not a biggest fan of filming television shows. They're really a lot of work and a lot of time and very annoying.
You're very good on it. People love you.
Yeah. I'm filming this other show. I'm the mentor of the new season of Project Runway.
Yes.
I took the Tim Gunn role, and which has been really great. We just
being the new Tim Gunn is no joke.
yeah, we just finished filming, and it is so much work, and it is really it's a lot of work.
Last question. Can you...
It's great money, but it's a lot of work.
The piece you told me about dressing Lily and getting her out on the carpet last night, can you share that?
Wait,
It's
what did
pretty
I
funny.
say? Wait. I don't
Like,
remember.
who was going to go next, and then you didn't want... there was like a celebrity...
Oh, just because it was funny? Well, that's just like Met Ball gossip if you want to know.
No, it's not even
I don't
crazy
know.
gossip.
No.
I want crazy
well,
gossip,
Also,
but...
actually, this is a great example.
Great.
Kim. This is how fashion and interiors can collide. Kim Kardashian decided that she was blackout shades
Yes.
for the Met. She didn't want to see.
I hope you've all seen this.
It was very dark.
Yes.
She woke up. She was like, I don't want to see anything.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I live for it. But anyway, no, it was really funny because me and Lily were in line, and then
And Lily wore her flower dress with the 50
flowers.
shades of flowers.
She's a fairy.
She's a vision.
And all these very, masked. It was very intense if you're not ready
Crazy
for it.
paparazzi and people, like a crew.
Not paparazzi. Security.
Entourage.
Security in masks full masks. Can be scary.
Wait, but they
Because everyone had a ski mask, a full ski mask on.
Wait, so they start coming.
So anyway, they pushed everybody, and I'm like, Lily, get out, because what are we gonna do? Like,
You don't want to be after Kim.
You can't be after that.
Can't be after Kim.
No.
Get out.
No, the only person that could be after that was Rihanna, and she was because she was 3 hours late,
Oh.
which was great. And it was fabulous. Also,
Lily
no one in this
got out
room-
there because
I don't think
you-
anybody in this room cares about the
They
Met
do.
Ball.
Yes, you do. Raise your hand.
I mean, it's fine. I know, but I mean, like,
No, but I like that you stage mommed her. You were like, Lily, get out there.
Oh, yeah.
Let's
Oh,
go.
I for
You know, and
sure.
that exists. Like, you're you and you're really fabulous.
no,
but
I
some
literally,
days,
I kind of actually pushed her a little bit. So
anyway,
I
you
was
did,
like, Lily, I'm like, no, it's not happening.
you did a great job.
Yeah, we did it. And then this morning,
Were you
for real?
up this morning?
No, up this morning. I'm like, we're at 4 a.m. and we're up this morning. And I swear to God, my girl's sitting over there. I'm like, why are we talking about the color of this mohair fabric that is going on the 2 stupidest stools for this client that I might kill soon?
Yeah.
Is she here?
Yeah.
And if she's here, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
And like literally, I'm like, this is the job. This is what I signed up for.
And you
I
chose
love it.
that.
Bring it
You
on.
went from Met Ball
Yeah.
to mohair.
Literally.
By choice.
That is a legit situation we had this morning. And I think it's genius. I actually think it's so funny now that I'm like, this is it. Okay.
You're like, I'm doing it all. I'm
Yeah, we're
doing
doing
fashion,
it.
I'm doing home, and this is what it looks
Yeah.
like.
Did everybody have a joyous day? How long is this event?
Read the
So
screen.
I know we're done. I mean, but like the day, everyone's been here all day, right?
We've been here since like 10, not terrible.
Oh, okay.
So, like a sleep-in morning.
Okay.
Actually, all these
But
people
this is
probably
it.
went
Is
to
it over
work.
now? Everyone can go home?
You could literally make it end at any moment.
Oh, I'm just
but we
curious.
should just hang out because think of the power you hold.
No, I gotta go. Love you.
Yeah. Let's
We're done.
let's
right?
wrap it up.
Okay, great.
You're great.
Thank you so much.